Hi boys and girls, and welcome back. I've got on the sofa with me today, I've got my daughter Megan.
Hello.
And Megan, of course, is 24 years old and you are a medical student, but you're very, very close to being a doctor next year, so we call you Dr. Megan.
Yeah.
And basically, if you don't know who Dr. Megan is, where have you been? That's what, where have you been all week? Okay, Dr. Megan, we've got a couple of questions from some boys and girls. So, first question from somebody in primary 5A. How much blood do we have in our body?
Okay, so it depends on the size of the person.
Okay.
But an average sized adult, like me, would probably have about 5 litres of blood in their body.
Okay, 5 litres of blood, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Okay, so there's a bit more to that question, and it says, how much do you take if you donate blood? So if you give blood at the hospital or at the blood donation clinic, how much blood do you actually give?
Okay, so again, it depends on the size of the person, but for someone like me, it would probably be around half a litre.
About half a litre, about 500 millilitres.
About that, yeah.
Now, I think I would probably be concerned of that if you've only got 5 litres of blood in your body and you give half a litre each time you donate blood, do you not run out?
No, so the body is constantly making new blood cells all the time. So when you give blood, within about a day or two, you've made back all the blood that you donated.
So you're just back up to normal again? Fantastic. Okay, we got a question from primary 3A. How do muscles work?
Okay, so your muscles are made up of lots of tiny things called muscle fibres.
Okay.
And you have loads and loads of them all packed together to make one muscle.
So, I have a feeling, boys and girls, that I've got some strong muscles in my arm. Would that be right? Have I got strong muscles?
Yeah, so this muscle here is called your bicep muscle.
Okay, so that's called my bicep muscle. Okay, so how does this work then?
Right, so when you want to move your arm,
so if I want to lift my hand up like this,
so your brain sends a message to the muscle, and in all the fibres that make up the bicep muscle will get smaller at the same time, so they'll tighten up.
And what's the science word for that?
They'll contract.
Contract, yeah. So that they get smaller, and that then pulls up my arm.
Yep, exactly. So then your arm is up in this position.
And so that's me stuck then.
So in order to get your arm back down, you have to use the muscle on the other side, which is called your triceps. So if that one shortens and contracts...
So if that shrinks back down and gets smaller, then it pulls my arm down.
Exactly, yeah.
Fantastic. So these muscles...
Yeah.
Would I be right in thinking that these are they attached onto the bones?
So your muscles are attached to something called a tendon, and then the tendon attaches onto the bone.
Now, I've heard of tendons, I think, I've heard of some really nasty football injuries, some professional footballers snapping a tendon.
Yes.
Now,
so it's a really horrible injury, because you can imagine if you break the tendon that attaches the muscle to the bone, then you can no longer move.
So if I was to have a really bad injury that meant the tendon that attaches my bicep onto my bone here, if that was to snap, if for some reason, if I had a really bad injury, that would mean that I couldn't actually lift up I couldn't bend my arm.
Yeah, it would be difficult. Until it got better, you wouldn't be able to pull your arm up.
Well, great. Okay. Boys and girls, if you've got any more questions for Dr. Megan, then just post them in and we'll see what we can do. Okay, bye-bye now.
Bye.